Some New York Giants news: they have signed cornerback Ross Cockrell, who was formerly with the Giants back in 2017. He was with the Panthers last season, missed all of 2018. He's an average corner, but the Giants needed it because, of course, Sam Beal opts out due to COVID, and then we have DeAndre Baker and the uncertainty of his situation. He dropped his appeal for being on the commissioner exempt list, so I would expect him not to be there, at least for the first few weeks of the year, maybe the whole season. We'll have to wait and see. But for Ross Cockrell, it's a pretty good signing. He's, as I said, an average player, but the Giants needed depth for sure. Not sure if he'll be the starter opposite of James Bradberry in week 1, but it's very possible. I think his only real competition is really Julian Love and maybe Corey Ballantyne if you include him as well. So we'll go over some of Ross Cockrell. So he's 6 feet tall, 190 pounds, 29 years old, just turned 29. In 2019, he had 62 combined tackles, a pretty decent number for a corner, 8 passes defended, 3 tackles for a loss, 2 interceptions, 67 targets his way, allowed 37 of them. That's pretty good. A quarterback rating against him of 68.6. That's pretty impressive. A completion percentage against him of 55.2. Another impressive number. And then the bad part, the missed tackle percentage of 16.2. Corners aren't meant to be great tacklers. He has to be a little bit better than that, but still, that's the one downside to him. So he did play with James Bradberry last year, who will now be his teammate once again in 2020. Of course, the Giants signed Bradberry from the Panthers. And Cockrell, as I mentioned before, was a former New York Giant back in 2017, was one of the few bright spots of their defense, which mightily struggled that year. And one of the last few good Jerry Reese moves, honestly, was taking Ross Cockrell. I think he signed him from the Steelers, I believe. So according to PFF, and this was a stat I saw on Twitter, he is top 2 in the NFL from 2010 to 2019. An incompletion percentage against him, so he knows how to force incompletions. He is a good playmaker. Sometimes he'll get beat, but for the most part, a pretty consistent corner. He's average, he's consistent. He won't kill you, but he won't make great plays either. But still, he's a pretty aggressive corner and knows how to make plays on the ball. He did miss all of 2018 with a really bad injury. It was like a fractured tibia, fibula, all that type of stuff. His leg basically snapped in half in practice. It was ugly. There's pictures of it if you're into that type of stuff. I'm not, so I would not go ahead and look at it. But yeah, he missed all of 2018, so that's something to be a little bit worried about. But for the most part, I believe he is pretty durable. I'm looking now. He's played over 14 games basically every year, 2015, 16, 17, and 19. So aside from that one freak injury or one freak accident, he basically has been very durable. So I like this move for the Giants for sure. He's a familiar piece to the Giants organization. I know they like that, obviously, and there were some other options. I personally would have liked Drake Kirkpatrick. I think he had the most upside. Kind of reminds me of Janoris Jenkins. I kind of wanted him in there, but it is what it is. I'm fine with Ross Cockrell. We'll see if he's a starter week 1. Let me know in the comments if you expect him to be the week 1 starter opposite James Bradberry. We'll have to wait and see how it plays out. Of course, Cockrell has to pass his COVID-19 testing, and if he does pass that, I'm pretty sure he'll be signed as a New York Giant officially. So let me know what you guys think about the move. I think it's a pretty good one. Can't go wrong. The contract's probably going to be like a 1-year deal. It's not going to be anything big, so it's a good depth move. He might be a serviceable starter for this team, and I don't mind it at all. So good move by the Giants. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.